Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd and 13, not yet, another reverse, breaking tackles, dives to the end zone, touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, really close in the corner. Quick pitch to Wilson, she fires the three. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
As we are excited, we, and being me, myself, and I, is excited to bring you today's Game 1 matchup between your St. Stephen Spartans and the Trinity Tornadoes. AJ Arevalo here, and as I said, I'm all by my lonesome to bring you Game 1. We've got Game 2 set for a first pitch right after this one, around 6 o'clock p.m., so be sure you hang around and stay tuned as both teams are getting set and getting ready. Batting order for the Trinity Tornadoes. First up, set to lead off top of the first is going to be James Riley. Roman Rowie batting second. Hale Matthews batting third. James Borger will be batting cleanup in the 4th spot. Stuart Wynn batting 5th. Worth Dennison batting 6th. Ryan Rollin batting 7th. Tail Peters batting 8th. Alex Sutton batting 9th. And we are going to bat all the way through for our teams here, folks. So Quinn Evans will be batting 10th. Set up here for the Spartans as we're getting set up defensively. Up on the mound is going to be Charlie Navarre. He'll get the call to lead off here. Catcher is going to be Jack Shockett. First base will be Sebastian Kreixel. I think I butchered that last time, so I apologize. Jack Tallarica is going to be over at second. Chase Roth over at third. Shortstop. It's going to be Rhett Berger as that first pitch from Navarre's called for strike 1. Second pitch will be strike 2. Count goes 0-2 for James Riley. Left field going to be Trip Lundquist. Center field, Briggs Davenport. And right field, Nathan Schmidt. And that one's going to be just a little bit outside from Navarre. That's going to be ball 1. Count goes 1-2. As Navarre gets set. Top of the first currently underway here at Foster Field as there was a inside breaking ball, going to be way inside. That'll be ball 2. Count goes even now, 2-2 for Riley as he had to dance his way out of the path of that pitch as that one's going to be just a little bit too low, it looks like. And it'll get past Shockett. But that'll be ball 3. Count goes full now, 3-2 for Riley. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. As a quick time is called. As we're set to get underway. Again, folks, Game 1 of our 2-game matchups here between these 2 middle school teams as the next pitch is going to be catch the inside of the strike zone there. That'll be a strikeout looking for Riley, and he'll go down as out number 1. So next up to bat, Roman Rowie for the Tornadoes. He looks to face off against Navarre as that first one. Slider outside. It's going to be called for ball 1. Count goes 1-0. As Charlie gets set, here's the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a high fastball as Rowie takes a rip at that one. Can't make contact. That'll be strike 1 for Rowie. Count goes even now, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a fastball just a little bit too high. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, no runners on. Here's the pitch from Navarre. A swing and a little booper goes behind Rowie. That'll be strike 2 as that goes foul. Count goes even now, 2-2. As Navarre gets set, here's the pitch. That one's going to be an outside pitch, way too outside. That'll be ball 3. Count goes full for Rowie, 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. And here's the pitch from Navarre. Swinging a little bouncer back to Navarre. He's able to field that one. The throw to first is in time. And Sebastian pulls that one in for out number 2. Hale Matthews, number 13 for the Tornadoes, is going to make his way up to the plate now. With 2 outs here, top of the first, and no runners on, looking to get something going for the Tornadoes. As Navarre shakes off the first call, doesn't like it. Says, I guess on the second, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a high fastball. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. Next pitch by Navarre is going to be just a little too outside. It'll be ball 2 for Matthews. Count goes 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs as Charlie Navarre gets set. Here's the pitch. Matthews takes a rip at that one. No contact made. That'll be strike 1. Count goes 2-1. Matthews set. Navarre set. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And a swing, and a bouncer goes behind foul. That'll be strike 2 for Matthews. Count goes even now, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. No runners on. Navarre set. Here's the pitch to Matthews. And that one's going to be high and inside. As he had the deck down, that'll be, had to wait there for a second. That'll be ball 3. Count goes full, 3-2. As Navarre taking the count full for every batter so far he's faced. That one's going to be too high. That'll be ball 4 for Matthews. As he will get walked on over to first, which will bring up number 2, James Borger, up to the plate. Cleanup man batting in the 4th spot. He's got 1 runner on and 2 outs. As Navarre gets set, gets the call. Here's his first pitch. And that one's going to be a high fly. It's going to be inside the net. And not able to get to it as it actually bounces into the net and glides all the way down to the fence line. That'll be strike 1 for James. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Here at the top of the first. Tornadoes able to get a runner on after Matthews was just walked with 2 outs, and here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be outside. It'll get called for ball 1. Count goes even now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Navarre with the pitch. And Borger swings and gets a good piece of that one. It is going to go foul into the net. That will be strike 2. Count's going to go 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So as you heard from our head official there, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on over at first. Here's the pitch from Navarre. A swing and a little liner towards first. It's going to be fielded, and we're just going to make the physical tag there on that first baseline, and that'll be out number 3. The grounder unassisted over there to first base, and that'll do it. The Tornadoes are going to get no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on, and that'll be the top of the first. We'll be right back, folks. Bottom of the first, set to be underway with the Spartans getting ready to bat. But you are listening to Spartan Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts.
Wait, hold on just a moment.
It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts. But did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
All right, folks, welcome back out. Bottom of the first, set to be on the way. The Spartans get set to take their chance here up at the plate. Pitching for the Tornadoes is going to be number 11, Worth Dennison. I'm going to have to wing this one, folks. Actually, I got a listing as he is the left fielder. but that's not him. So he's not in left field. He's going to be up on the mound. So we'll give Worth Dennison here as the pitcher to start out for the Tornadoes. James Borger is going to be at home plate as catcher. Over at first is going to be Ryan Rollin. And I will try to get shortstop is going to be Teo Peters. Third base is going to be, it's looking like Hale Matthews. And I cannot see the outfield, so I apologize, folks. I may have had some last-minute changes that didn't fly by me. But here comes number 7, Dean Jones, up to lead off for the Spartans. Batting second is going to be number 29, Finn Springer. And Lawson Fass, number 13, will be batting third. And I apologize, I'm fixing my scorebook as best I can. But here comes Dean Jones up to the plate, as he'll be the first batter to face off against Worth Dennison, who's up on the mound. As Dennison gets set. Here's the first pitch to Jones. Jones swings, gets a piece of that one. It's a bouncer towards third. It's going to be fielded. The throw to first is going to go over the head of the first baseman. Jones will round first, make his way to second, as he will hold true at second with a leadoff double here for the Spartans in the bottom of the first, which is going to bring up number 29, Finn Springer, up to the plate. As Dennison gets a new ball out there. Springer set and ready to go. Here's the first pitch from Dennison. It's going to be a high ball. That'll be way, way outside the zone for ball one. Count goes 1-0. Dennison getting set. Here's the pitch to Springer. Another high throw as Jones takes off towards third. He's able to make it in time with a steal, as he'll be right now 90 feet away from home plate to give the Spartans the lead here. As that's going to be ball two for Springer. Count goes 2-0 as Dennison gets set. Here's the pitch. Another high pitch there. That'll be ball three. Count goes 3-0 as Dennison's falling behind early against Springer. And Springer swings, gets a piece of that one. That's a roller towards Dennison. He elects to throw home. It's a little outside, and we'll do a quick throw over to first, and it's going to be in time. So just a little delayed throw, if you will. But that is going to be an RBI for Springer as one run comes across, and the Spartans take a 1-0 lead here in the first inning over the Tornadoes. Next up to the plate is going to be number 13, Lawson Fass for the Spartans. As here's the first pitch from Dennison. It's going to be a little too high from what I heard, as it'll be ball one. Count goes 1-0. Dennison with the pitch. It's going to be another little too high pitch. That'll be ball two. Count goes 2-0. Fast takes a swing at that one, gets a piece of it. That's going to go straight into the dirt, foul. So that'll be strike one. Count goes 2-1. Two balls, one strike, and one out. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be right over home plate, and that'll be called for strike two. Excuse me. Count goes even now, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out, no runners on. As Fass gets set, that one's going to hit the outside zone, and Fass will go down looking for out number two. Next up is going to be number 14 in the cleanup spot, Nathan Schmidt for the Spartans with 2 outs and no runners on here in the bottom of the first. As here's the pitch from Dennison. Swinging a high ball over to third, and that's going to be fielded in. A nice pop-up, and that'll be out number 3. And that'll do it. 1 inning down, and the Spartans take an early 1-0 lead over the Trinity Tornadoes. We'll take another break, folks. We'll be right back for the second inning. You're listening to Spartan Baseball right here on Vype Live. Oh, and never mind. I take that back. It looks like my program here decided it's not going to work today. So we're just going to hang out as we wait for the second inning to get underway. As we're going to have a new pitcher in Chase Roth, as he'll be on the plate here in the second. As you watch him getting warm right now on the mound. Set to lead off for the Tornadoes. It's going to be number 15, Stuart Wynn. Worth Dennison will be batting second. And Ryan Rollin will be batting third here in the second inning. All right, well, it looks like we are set to get underway. As here comes Stuart Wynn up to the plate here for the Tornadoes. He'll be set to lead off top of the second. Roth with the pitch. His first one here of the afternoon. He's going to be in high and inside fastball. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Stuart Wynn gets set. Here's the pitch from Roth. That one's going to be low and in the dirt in front of home plate. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Roth. That's going to be a fastball down the middle. That'll be strike 1 for Wynn, as he was, looks like he was taking that pitch as he looked straight at the umpire, like, make the call so we can keep moving. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Roth. As Wynn watches that one go by, it's going to be low and outside. That'll be ball 3. Count goes 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and no outs here, top of the second. As Roth gets set, here's the pitch to Wynn. And Wynn takes it right at that one, can't make contact. That'll be strike 2. Count goes full now, 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Roth gets the call. And here's the full count pitch. And that's going to hit the inside zone, and that'll be strike 3 for Wynn. He'll go down looking for out number 1. And here comes our first inning pitcher for the Tornadoes. It's going to be number 11, Worth Dennison, up to the plate. Southpaw pitcher. He'll be a southpaw batter as well as he makes his way to the other side. As he looks to face off against Charlie Roth here in the second. Or Chase Roth, excuse me. As Roth wants a new ball if he can. He will get it. So 1 out here, top of the second for the Tornadoes. As here's the first pitch from Roth. That one's going to be right down the middle. And that'll be called strike 1. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Roth gets set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside and gets away from Shockett. That'll be ball one. Count goes even now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. No runners on. Worth Dennison is at the plate for the Tornadoes. Chase Roth is on the mound for the Spartans. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be inside and way low. And that'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-1. Roth set. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. As we're going to get a quick reset. Dangerously close to a balk there. Our umpire will allow a redo, a mulligan if you will. As here's the pitch. It's going to be outside. That'll be ball 3. Count goes 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, and 1 out with Forworth Dennison. As here's the pitch from Roth. It's going to be an outside fastball. That'll be ball 4, and Dennison will make his way over the first on the walk. As the Tornadoes are in business now with 1 runner on and 1 out here, top of the second. Up next to the plate, it's going to be number 10, Ryan Rolland for the Tornadoes. Southpaw batter as well, as he gets set to face off against Roth. Here's the first pitch from Chase. It's going to be an inside in the dirt. Nice job by Shockett to get in front of that one and keep it from going behind him. That'll be ball 1 for Rolland. Count goes 1-0. Roth with the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to hit the zone for strike 1. Count goes even now, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. Spartans with a 1-0 lead, lots of ones. There's the pitch from Roth. It's going to be an outside fastball. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out here for Rolland. As Roth gets set, here's the 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss by Rolland. That'll be strike 2. Count goes even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and 1 runner on first for the Tornadoes. And here's the pitch to Rolland. It's going to be just a little too outside. That'll be ball 3. Count goes 3-2. As Roth gets set, here's your full count pitch to Rolland. And that's going to be right over the middle. And that'll be strike number 3 as Rolland will go down looking for out number 2. So with 2 outs here, top of the second, and 1 runner on, Tail Peters is going to make his way up to the plate. Here's his first pitch from Roth. As he takes a swing and a miss at that first one. That'll be strike 1. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Roth set. Here's the pitch. And another big rip by Peters. Can't make contact, though, as that'll be strike 2. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner on base for the Tornadoes, as here's the pitch from Roth. And another swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 3, as Peters will go down swinging to in the top of the second for the Tornadoes. So no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on, just like the first inning. And that'll do it, folks. We'll take a short break. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. You're listening to Spartan Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. Bottom of the second, set to get underway here shortly. As looks like Worth Dennison is going to be back on the mound here for the Tornadoes, as he'll look to face off against number 18, Briggs Davenport, who will be set to lead off for the Spartans. Trip Lundquist will be batting second, with Rhett Berger set to bat third. Spartans with a 1-0 lead here going to the bottom of the second, as they look to maintain that if they can. As you get to watch Dennison warm up there on the mound.
I'm actually having a hard time adjusting.
It looks like warm-ups are done here for Dennison as Davenport makes his way up to the plate. Our umpire, the home plate blue, makes his way back up behind our catcher. He's set, and here's the first pitch to Davenport, and he swings and gets a piece of that one. It's going to go over, short drop right into left field, as that's going to be a leadoff single. And the Spartans are in business now with one runner on and no outs here, bottom of the second. Papers are flying. As here comes number 3, Trip Lundquist, batting second here for the Spartans, as he looks to face off against Worth Dennison. As here's the first pitch. That was going to be too high, and Davenport's going to take off towards second. That throwdown is in time, and the tag is made, as Davenport will get caught stealing for out number 1. And talk about a nice throw by James Borger there. A beautiful throwdown over to second. And, of course, a nice job by James Riley to get the tag. At least I believe that's James Riley. As that pitch is going to be called for ball 2 for Lundquist. Count goes 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, and now 1 out here, bottom of the second, excuse me. That was going to be too high for ball 3. Count goes 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little liner back towards Dennison. He slows it down, and the throw is not going to be there in time, as Lundquist will get a single and make his way over to first. Next up is going to be number 2, Rhett Berger, up to the up to the plate for the Spartans. I'm going to do that all day. It's been an off day for me. Lundquist is over at first, 1 out here, bottom of the second, as Dennison gets set. Here's the first pitch to Berger. As we're going to get a quick time. Middle school baseball, folks. We'll get our umpires, make sure that players know they've got to do their process correctly, especially on the mound. When you get to that next level, they will call those balks all day. As here's the first pitch to Berger. It's going to be outside. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. Chase Roth should be set to bat next. I don't see him in the batter's circle, but per my list, he'll be up to bat here after Berger as he takes a swing and couldn't hit that one. And Lundquist will take off towards second. He'll make it on the wild pitch. That will be strike 1, though, for Berger, so the count will go even now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out with 1 runner on. And the Spartans with a 1-0 lead. Lots of ones. And here comes the pitch from Dennison. Berger takes a rip at that one. It's a fly foul that goes over the glove. First baseman Ryan Rollin, as he almost was able to get that one in. That will drop foul, though, so that'll be strike 2 for Berger. Count goes 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes here for Berger. As here's the pitch from Dennison. Swing, and there's a little liner towards first again. It's going to be fielded by the first baseman and trying to leg it out and unable to, as Berger was almost able to beat it. That'll be unassisted there at first base for out number 2. Lundquist will make his way over to third. That's going to bring up number 30, Chase Roth, up to the plate with 2 outs and 1 runner on, and Trip Lundquist over at third. Here's the pitch from Dennison. It's going to be outside. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. Jack Tallarico is going to be on deck here for the Spartans. He'll be set to bat next if Roth can make his way on base. As here's the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be another too high outside. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, and 1 runner on for the Spartans. As Worth Dennison gets set, here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss by Roth. That'll be strike 1. Count goes 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Here's a pitch from Dennison. Roth gets a piece of that one. A liner towards right center field. It's going to drop right between the center fielder and the right fielder. 1 run will come across. Roth will round first. He's going to go ahead and round second and make his way over to third. He'll get the call to hold at third, but an RBI triple for Roth as Lundquist will make his way on home. And the Spartans had a run here in the second and take a 2-0 lead over the Tornadoes. Jack Tallarico will make his way up to the plate now here for the Spartans with 1 runner on after that nice triple by Roth. First pitch is going to be a little too outside. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Dennison. A swing, and you heard that one. That was going to drop right in front of shortstop, and Roth will make his way across. So an RBI single for Tallarico. And the Spartans extend their lead 3-0. As here comes number 28, Sebastian. And again, folks, I'm going to get his name at some point in time. Kreiksel. But he takes a rip at the first thing he sees. Can't make contact, so that'll be strike 1. Count goes 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a swing, and there's another liner towards center field that's going to drop in. And that's going to be a single for Sebastian. As Tallarico will make his way over to second. And a 2-out rally underway here for the Spartans. As here comes up number 20, Jack Shockett. He's going to have to do his wardrobe change, though, as he still had his catcher's gear on. So he'll make his way up out to the plate, though. As a quick time is called by the Tornadoes, and they're going to discuss a defensive plan, if you will. And Shockett will head on over and get some quick coaching. So lots of discussions going around right now. So Jack Shockett's up to the plate. Charlie Navarre will be batting after him if Shockett can make his way on base. And that should be the order. We'll see if any additional players are here. The lineups were obtained usually while kids still kind of show up here for the game, so we may have had another player or 2 added. And here's the first pitch to Shockett. It's going to be a high ball 1 from Dennison. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on. With Jack Tallarico, the runner in scoring position, as that's going to be a way inside. As that'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. As Jack Shockett is up to the plate. We've got Jack Tallarico over at second. Sebastian's over at first. Dennison set. Here's the pitch. A swing and a little booper down the third baseline. That's going to drop foul. That'll be strike 1 for Shockett. Count goes 2-1.
Line them up, Jack. You got this. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls and 1 strike here for Shockett. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Dennison trying to get his way out of the second as here's a pitch. It's going to be high and outside. And it'll be ball 3. Count goes 3-1. And looks like a good job by Borger as he popped up immediately and kept the runners true. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. As that's going to drop a little too high. That'll be ball 4. There it is. Our scoreboard's a little, we got some bulbs out on the ball count, so that will be a walk here for Shockett. He'll make his way to first. Sebastian will make his way over to second with Tallarico making his way over to third. So bases loaded as number 24, Charlie Navarre, makes his way up to the mound. I'm going to keep saying that. To the plate. Spartans with a 3-0 lead over the Tornadoes. As that first is going to be inside. It's going to drop in the dirt. Runners are going to hold true, though. That will be ball 1 for Navarre. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Navarre set. Dennison with the pitch. That's going to be just a little too low and inside. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Bases loaded here for the Spartans in the bottom of the second. They are looking to extend their 3-0 lead over the Tornadoes if they can. As Navarre set, here's the pitch from Dennison. Swing and a bouncer down the third baseline is going to stay fair. And Tallarico is going to make it over towards home, and we're going to get the ball thrown immediately back to the pitcher to stop any more advancement. But that'll be an RBI single for Navarre. And the Spartans extend their lead by 1 with Sebastian over at third, Shockett at second, and Navarre at first. Top of the order now here for the Spartans as here comes number 7, Dean Jones. Hit a nice double to lead off here for the Spartans in the first. As he looks to face off against Edison again, here's the pitch. It's going to be a high ball 1. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Spartans. As Dennison is trying to get that final out here in the second inning. As there's a swing and a high fly ball towards center field. And it's going to drop it in front of the center fielder. 1 run will come across, 2 runs will come across, and it looks like Navarre is going to be held up at third. But a 2 RBI double for Jones. And Sebastian's able to come across and score, as is Shockett. Navarre will be held up at third. And the Spartans take a 6-0 lead. That's 5 runs that come across, folks. So that'll do it, as there's a 5-run rule per inning. And that'll it. After 2, Spartans have a 6-0 lead over the Trinity Tornadoes. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back for the 4th inning. Or 3rd inning, excuse me. 3rd inning. You're listening to Spartan Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
13, again, another reverse, breaking tackles, dives to the end zone, touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, really close at the corner. Rotates to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
Welcome back, folks, as the 3rd inning set to get underway. Spartans with a 6-0 lead over the Trinity Tornadoes. AJ Arevalo here, live from Foster Baseball Field. Excited to bring you all the action here of Game 1 of a 2-game series between the Spartans and the Tornadoes. I believe the 6th and 7th grade teams will be playing after this one, if I remember correctly. But our Spartan coaching staff must be listening, as new pitcher on the mound for the Spartans is going to be number 28, Sebastian Kreichel. And again, we're going to call him Sebastian, so I don't butcher his last name too much, but he's going to be up on the mound to pitch for the Spartans here in the 3rd. For the Tornadoes, set to lead off is going to be number 1, Alex Sutton. Quinn Evans will be batting second. And I'm not sure if any other players have arrived yet. If not, it'll be top of the order with James Riley set to bat third. I always like watching these throwdown practices here on the warm-ups. And Sebastian gets the ball, and we are ready to get the third inning underway. And as anticipated, here comes number 1, Alex Sutton, up to the plate. As our umpires give it some last-minute directions to shock it here. And we are ready to go. So here comes Sutton, face off against Sebastian here to lead off the third inning. As here's the first pitch. He's going to hit the dirt in front of home plate, and that'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs. Trying to get our scoreboard updated there. As Sutton gets set, here's the pitch from Sebastian. And a swing, a big rip by Sutton. Can't make contact. That'll be strike 1. Count goes even now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs here in the third inning. Sebastian set. Here's the pitch to Sutton. And that's going to come and hit the inside strike zone for strike 2. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sebastian set. Here's the pitch. High and outside. That'll be ball 2. Count goes even now, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. It's going to be a drop strikeout, so Sutton's going to take off towards first. Shock it. And throw a little too inside. That gets by the first baseman into right field, and Sutton will reach on an error. And the Tornadoes have a leadoff runner. And here comes number 4, Quinn Evans, up to the plate. So a 1 runner on as Sutton's over at first after that error. And here's the pitch from Sebastian. It's going to be an inside throw that'll hit the zone for strike 1. Count goes 0-1. And it looks like top of the order will be due up next as I see James Riley getting warmed up in the batter circle for the Tornadoes as this next pitch is going to hit the dirt in front of home plate. That'll be ball 1 for Evans. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs and 1 runner on here in the third inning. Top of the third for the Tornadoes. Here's the pitch. As it's going to hit the dirt outside. Sutton's going to take off towards second. Shockett's going to make the throw. It's not going to be in time as Sutton's able to leg that one out. He'll get a steal. And the Tornadoes now with the runner in scoring position. That was going to be ball 2 for Evans. Count goes 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, and 1 runner in scoring position now here for the Tornadoes as Sebastian gets set. Here's the pitch. And it's going to hit right over home plate for strike 2. Count goes even now, 2-2. Sebastian makes his way back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a swing. That one's going to go behind him foul as Evans gets a piece of that one. Count will stay even at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Alex Sutton's over at second for the Tornadoes. Here's the pitch. It's going to be way, way high. That'll be ball 3. Count goes full for Evans, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. And Sebastian gets set. Here's the pitch to Evans. And a swing and a miss for Evans. Will be out number 1. So top of the order now for the Tornadoes as James Riley makes his way up to the plate. He had a strikeout looking back in the first. As he gets set to face off against Sebastian here this afternoon. As here's the pitch. That one's going to be a high fastball. That one hits the zone for strike one. Count goes 0-1. Alex Sutton still over at second for the Tornadoes. Keeping this pretty big lead over there. See if he takes off towards third. Here's the pitch. It's going to be inside and low. That'll be ball one. Count goes even now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to go right over home plate as Shockett jumps up and forces Sutton to walk all the way back over to second. That'll be strike 2, though, for Riley as count goes 1-2. Here's the pitch from Sebastian. A swing and a miss by Riley. He'll go down swinging for out number 2, which is going to bring up number 7, Roman Rowie, up to the plate. Rowie, a little grounder towards Charlie Navari on the mound back in the first, almost grounded out as he takes a swing. Another bouncer towards the pitcher's mound as there's a throw to first, is going to go right past the outstretched arms of Borger. As that'll be a single for Rowie. He'll make his way over to first. Sutton will make his way over to third. So runners at the corners here for the Tornadoes as number 13, Hale Matthews, makes his way up to the plate. Hale was able to work the count full back in the first inning. He was able to walk his way to first with ease. As here's the first pitch. That was going to be high as Rowie takes off towards second. Shockett not going to make a throw down as we'll just let him advance. So a steal for Rowie and 2 runners in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. That one's going to be outside for ball 2 for Matthews. Count goes 2-0. Tornadoes still looking for their first run to come across here this afternoon. 2 runners in scoring position, so a big hit from Matthews. Has the possibility to bring these 2 across as it's going to hit right in front of Shockett as he's able to keep it in front of him. That will be ball 3, though. Count goes 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Sebastian set, and here's the pitch. It's going to be outside. That'll be ball 4. As Matthews will make his way over to first, just like he did in the first on a walk. But that's bases loaded, which is going to bring up number 2, James Borger, up to the plate. He hit a ground out towards first in the first. With bases loaded, though, here's the first pitch. It's going to be up high. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And Sebastian's going to step off and check on Matthews over at first. We'll get reset and we'll do it again. As here's the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss by Borger. As that'll be strike 1. Count goes even now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. It's going to be up high. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-1. So Sutton's over at third. Rowie's at second. Matthews is at first for the Tornadoes. Borger's up on the mound. As that one, he gets a piece of that one. A nice hit. It's going to drop into right field. 1 run's going to come across. As second is going to come on over, and the slide is in time. He's going to be safe as Rowie legged that one out and made his way on home. 2 runs come across. It's going to be a 2 RBI single for Borger. As the Tornadoes claw their way back and put 2 runs on the board. They still trail those 6-2 to the Spartans. Matthews is going to be held up over at second, so he's going to advance a little bit. Borger's going to be at first. It's going to bring up number 15, Stuart Wynn, up to the plate. As there was no go-ahead there yet, so we're going to reset and do it again. That pitch didn't count. There's the play ball from our home plate umpire. Here's the first pitch to Wynn. And Wynn takes a swing at that one. He gets a piece of it. It's going to drop foul. That'll be strike one. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and 2 runners on here for the Tornadoes. They've brought 2 runs across so far here in the third. Spartans holding on to a 4-run lead, though, as here's the pitch from Sebastian. A swing and another liner down the first baseline. That's going to drop foul into deep right field. That'll be strike 2 for Wynn. This count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sebastian trying to work his way out of this third inning. As here's the pitch. It's going to be inside and high. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-2. Top of the third underway here at Foster Field. As here's the pitch. The 1-2 pitch is going to be 2 inside. That'll be ball 2. Count goes even at 2-2. 2 runners on for the Tornadoes with Hale Matthews at second, James Borger at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be outside. That'll be ball 3. Count goes full now, 3-2. As Wynn going down early in the count 0-2 has worked his way back to a full count. Nice job at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be way inside, and Wynn has to dance his way onto home plate to get out of the way, but he'll get walked over to first, which means Matthews will advance to third. Borger will advance to second, and bases loaded yet again for the Tornadoes as their 2-out rally is still in full force. Here comes Worth Dennison up to the plate, and here's the pitch. That one's going to be too high. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Tornadoes. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a little too outside. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Sebastian. That's going to be outside again. That'll be ball 3. Count goes 3-0. Sebastian gets set. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And a nice hit right over shortstop between left center field. Matthews will come across. Borger will get the go-ahead as he'll come back instead of taking his chance. So it'll be just an RBI single for Dennison. And 1 run will come across. Runners will advance. As the Tornadoes bring 3 across here in the third. Borger's going to be at third, Wynn's at second, Dennison's at first, and here comes Ryan Rollin up to the plate. He had a strikeout in the second inning. But with bases loaded, we'll see if he can bring some more runs across here for the Tornadoes. Love the 2-out rallies. They are exciting and anything can happen as Sebastian gets set. Here's the first pitch to Rollin. As he takes a big rip at that one, can't make contact. That will be strike 1. Count goes 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and bases loaded for the Tornadoes. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be too low. That drops right on top of home plate. That'll be ball 1. Count goes even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Sebastian. That's going to be 2 inside, and that'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-1 for Ryan Rollin. And Sebastian gets set. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. There's a pitch right over home plate. It's called for strike 2. Count goes even at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be high over the head of Rollin, and Borger is going to take off, and he's going to make it as that throw goes right past Sebastian at home plate. So Borger will come across on the wild pitch. All the runners will advance. That will be ball 3 for Rollin. As the 6-run lead for the Spartans has dwindled down to 2. And 2 more runners are still in scoring position. Full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be outside. That'll be ball 4, and Roland will make his way over to first on the walk. And guess what, folks? Bases loaded yet again for the Tornadoes, which is going to bring up number 3, Tail Peters, up to the plate with 2 outs. And a 2-run deficit still to overcome as here's the first pitch. It's going to be inside and almost gets him in the shoulder. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. Stewart wins at third. Worth Dennison is at second. Ryan Rollins over at first. And a swing and a miss by Tel Peters here at home plate will be strike 1. Count goes even now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss will be strike 2 for Peters. And Sebastian gets ahead in the count, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And Peters watches that one go by, and our umpire says, that hit the plate, son. That hit the zone, and that'll be a strikeout looking for Peters. And that'll be out number 3. But not before the full order bats through for the Tornadoes, and 4 runs come across. The Spartans maintain a 6-4 lead as we go into the bottom of the third. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Spartan Baseball right here on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com. Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Not the hot 82 degrees, it's cool 82 degrees. Set to lead off for the Spartans here in the bottom of the third is going to be number 29, Finn Springer. Lawson Fast will be right behind him, followed by Nathan Schmidt, set to bat third. And we see Worth Dennison still warming up there on the mound for the Tornadoes. His teammates and himself doing some good work here in the third inning as they put 4 runs across in the top of the third. As it's a 6-4 lead for the Spartans as here comes Finn Springer up to the plate. He watches that one go by. It's going to drop right on top of home plate for ball 1. Count goes 1-0. Springer hit a grounder towards Dennison, who threw it home as that one gets called for strike 1. Who threw it home to try and get the tag. No tag made. A run came across, and Borger was able to throw it down to first right in time to get Springer out. And that one pegged Springer in the back of the leg. He wasn't able to get out of the way of that one, so that will be a walk for Springer as he'll make his way over to first after he's hit by a pitch. Number 13, Lawson Fass, is going to have to find his bat and make his way out to the plate. He had a strikeout back in the first inning, his first time at bat. 1 runner on, though, no outs here, bottom of the third, as that one goes by him for a little too high. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Dennison gets set. Here's the pitch to Fast. That one's way too high. It goes past the glove of Borger, and Springer will go ahead and walk his way over to second, uncontested. It's going to be ball 2 for Fast. Count goes 2-0, and 1 runner is in scoring position now for the Spartans with no outs. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Dennison. It's going to be way inside. That'll be ball 3 for Fast. Count goes 3-0. We got a quick time called, and as here's a 2-0 pitch. Is going to get dropped into the dirt. Excuse me, 3-0 pitch. That'll be ball 4. And Fast will make his way over to first on the walk. Just going to bring up number 14, Nathan Schmidt, up to the plate for the Spartans. Nate hit a pop-up towards third back in the first, and which was caught as he was out number 3 back in the first. We'll get reset. 2 runners on for the Spartans, no outs. Here's the first pitch. Someone's going to be high and outside. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 runners on for the Spartans here at the bottom of the third. As Nathan Schmidt's up to the plate. Here's the pitch from Dennison. That one's going to drop the dirt in front of home plate. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Dennison. And that one's going to drop just a bit outside. That'll be ball 3. Count goes 3-0. And a big hit there by Schmidt. Goes right past the shortstop into center field. And Springer will round third. He'll take off as Fast will work his way into third. 1 run comes across. And it's going to be an RBI double for Schmidt. As Fast will get held up over at third. Springer is able to make his way across. And the Spartans add 1 to their 6 runs to make it a 7-4 lead over the Tornadoes, and a quick time is going to be called. As Briggs Davenport, number 18, is going to be set to bat next for the Spartans. As Davenport gets set. 2 runners on, no outs here in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. And Davenport takes a big rip at that one. Can't make contact. That'll be strike 1. Count goes 0-1. Snowballs, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Dennison. That one's going to hit the dirt. That'll be ball 1 for Davenport. Count goes even at 1-1.
That was short on. I want you to reach back and throw it.
One ball, 1 strike, and no outs. 2 runners in scoring position for the Spartans. Here's the pitch from Dennison. That one's going to drop right into the strike zone. That'll be strike 2 for Davenport. Count goes 1-2. It's going to be just a bit outside. That'll be ball 2. Count goes even at 2-2 for Davenport. Davenport with the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Excuse me, Dennison with the 2-2 pitch. Davenport takes a swing, can't make contact. And that'll be out number 1 after the strikeout by Dennison, which is going to bring up number 3, Trip Lundquist, up to the plate. He hit a single in the second. He's got 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 out. Here's the first pitch. It's going to hit the dirt in front of home plate. And that'll be ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes here for Lundquist as he gets set. Here's the pitch. A swing and a high fly towards right field, and it's going to drop right in front of our right fielder. That'll be a single as 1 run comes across. A nice throw all the way to home plate. It's going to hold everybody true. Tripp will get a single. He'll also make his way over to first, but it's an RBI single. As the lead adds 1 more for the Spartans, 8-4. Lawson Fast was able to come around. Schmidt's going to be over at third. Lundquist is at second. Here comes number 2, Rhett Berger. That one comes inside. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. Dennison set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a huge hit towards center field. That's going to drop right in front of the center fielder for the Tornadoes as 1 run will come across. The throw all the way back to Dennison has made a nice throw of the Tornado center fielder, but Schmidt will come across and score. Lundquist will head over to third and hold true, and Berger with an RBI single makes the score 9-4. Number 30, Chase Roth, now up to the plate for the Spartans. As he gets set, here's the pitch. A swing, and he takes a dig at that one. It goes down the third baseline foul. That'll be strike 1. That's one of those where you got to tell him when he comes back, don't swing at that in the dirt. You got a baseball bat, not a 5-iron. It's no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss by Roth. That'll be strike 2. Count goes 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a time they're going to say that hit Roth's hands, so he'll get a free pass on the walk by the hit over to first. Berger will move on over to second. Bases loaded now for the Spartans. Going to bring up number 20, Jack Tallarico. Tallarico hit a single in the second, his last time at bat, as our umpire's going to come up and swap out our baseballs here. So Tallarico makes his way up to the plate. First pitch is going to be high and inside. That'll be ball 1. Count goes 1-0. Bases loaded for the Spartans with 1 out here, bottom of the third. We've brought 3 across so far, so a big hit here from Tallarico. If 2 come across, that'll be the inning. As here's the pitch. It's going to be another high throw by Dennison. That'll be ball 2. Count goes 2-0. So Lundquist is over at third, Berger's over at second, and Roth is over at first for the Spartans. Tallarico's up at the plate with 2 balls, no strikes, and just 1 out. Here's the pitch from Dennison. That's going to be way outside. That'll be ball 3. Count goes 3-0. And again, a good job by Borger as he made a nice move to the outside to keep that one in his glove. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And that's going to drop a little too high, though, so that'll be ball 4. And 1 run will come across as Lundquist will walk on over. Berger makes his way over to third. Roth over at first. That's an RBI for Tallarico, as those were the easy RBIs. And the Spartans hit double digits, 10-4. Number 28, Sebastian's going to make his way up to the plate. Notice I stopped attempting his last name. I still have to make my way over. And I'm going to ask after this game how we pronounce that. As there's just one out here, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch, a swing, and a little booper behind him goes foul. That'll be strike one. Count goes 0-1. So no balls, one strike. Bases loaded here for Sebastian. As Dennison gets set. Here's the pitch. And hitting a high fly towards right field, and that's brought in by the Tornadoes. No tag is going to be made as they get the nice catch, and actually the tag is going to be made at first as Tallarico had to turn around and make his way back. So Sebastian's out number 2, and Tallarico is going to be out number 3. And the third inning comes to a close. So both teams get 4 runs across. They're the Spartans and Tornadoes. We'll go into the 4th inning with the Spartans with a 10-4 lead. So we'll take a short break, folks. So we'll be right back for the 4th inning. You're listening to Spartan Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd and 13. Not yet. Another reverse. Breaking tackles. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close in the corner. Quick pitch to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. And actually, that is going to do it for this game 1. I'll get some clarification on how it's getting called early. I didn't think the run rule was into effect until it's a 10-run in the 3rd. But middle school is, of course, a little bit different than the high school level. But that'll do it, and the Spartans will come away with a 10-4 win in game 1 over the Trinity Tornadoes. Game 2, with a first pitch set for 6 p.m. in 20 minutes, will be underway shortly. Stick around, as it'll be on this broadcast here. You may have to reload the screen, possibly. But I'll be right back in about 15 minutes or so, and we'll get ready for the first pitch of that one.